what do you think will be some of the friction points that will prevent education organizations from maybe innovating or trying or deploying AI capabilities?
I think there's three. The one we just talked about, right? The using people in video situations. The second, I think, has to do with uh, the fear of the data, right? Of the sharing of data.
Yeah.
And the third part to it is the costs that are going to be involved in getting those first two taken care of. Right, so if you because you can, there are I use free versions of generative AI tools every day, almost every single day when I'm working.
Yeah.
And I use Claude AI, I use Bard, I use ChatGPT 3.5, although I am getting ready to pay for 4 shortly to be part of Teams. And and then I use Copilot, right? Microsoft just released, in the last several weeks, has released Copilot as an add-in now to Windows 11 on PCs. So when you install the updates to Windows 11, Copilot becomes a part of the OS and makes it really readily available. Also part of Office 365. Bard is now connected to Google Docs, Google Spreadsheets, all of the Google Office suite of tools. So you can leverage them there for free, right? But if you want to put that kind of wall between your data and everyone else's and how the language model is learning, then that costs money.
Yeah.
And kind of having to build justification to get the money to buy those tools is the issue. I think is going to be a big issue for people still.
Yeah, actually, what on that, because again, I talk to many, many people across certainly North America, but even into Europe and Asia. Now there's all these, like, I think organizations are being encouraged to research AI capabilities, whether it be on the development or delivery side. How can we create a more personalized learning? How can we have chat bots so that people can ask questions, like all sorts of ways to provide knowledge to someone who needs to learn it. But then, looking at that strategy overall and then thinking about all the different tools or things that you need to do can get expensive. And so I think IT teams and CFOs are being bombarded with requests, and we're just talking about the learning organization. So there's also
Imagine, right? Multiply that by the entire customer experience side of the and product, right? Generative AI is helping to code for product development too.
Exactly. So how would you recommend organizations deal with that? Like, certainly on the flip side, when it comes to the development, it's huge productivity gains. So they can do more with less, there's business case. And then for servicing the customer, the learner, like, it makes it way more effective for them because it's personalized and exactly what they need to know. But then, having to try and get that approved, I am seeing people have difficulty. So what's your advice there?
It's not any, I don't know that it's any different than what we would have done for any other tools, right? I think that the structure that we have, and we've talked about this one before, right, Sarah, where it's just a tool. So you have to justify it the same way that you would justify any tool that you wanted to add to your toolkit.
Yeah.
Being
Like,
able to get it,
yeah.
right, exactly. Yep. Build your use case, build the justification for the tool in exactly the same way you would do it if you wanted to buy Camtasia, which has an AI component now too.
Yeah.
Right? Or any of the other tools that are out there. Everybody's adding some type of AI into their toolkits. The guys at TechSmith are doing it. The guys at Adobe are doing it. Right? Everybody's got some kind of generative AI that they're including. It could be image generation. Canva's doing image generation in their tools now. PowerPoint will allow you to create images in their designer tool, right? So it's not just text that we talk about, but generative AI is moving into other realms as easily as it did into the text realm initially. And so that justification is really exactly the same as it would be for any other tool in the toolkit. And it is not usually any more expensive than a tool that doesn't include it, right?
Hmm.
So if you are looking to generate, to get a new authoring tool, make sure you're just asking the right questions about AI, right? What are they doing with the data? How does the language model learn? And is there an extra fee for using it?